Yeah, there were a couple of things from the last video which um, I was just listening back to and I realized that I didn't clarify. Um, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the alarms. So you have gone into a deep slumber and you set up all these alarms, yeah, and you've told yourself the truth of what you are and where you are and all the rest of it. Because going into another dimension, it's not as easy as going into Sainsbury's or Marks and Spencer's or going to a shop to just or Costa Coffee. It's not like that. You're going into a place. You're stepping into a Stargate, if you like. Yeah, high level ship. You are the Stargate yourself. Yeah, and you're going into another dimension. Yeah. So part of you is going in that Stargate to experience something that is both sides are unaware, okay? Because you're two things in one. So when you cross the threshold, yeah, you go through the anchor. Polaris is your anchor. I've told you this, go check it out. Once you cross the threshold and you've entered another dimension, you can't use your phone or GPS or text the other side. Yeah, the other side can't text you either. The only way is you have a connection, and that connection you can program it to say, if I tug, this is basic technology, but it's true. You can say, okay, I'm putting this rope around my leg, right? And if I pull 3 times, then pull me out or whatever, and it's almost like, that's a very simple example, but on in so many ways, that's what we've done. So we've told ourselves, we've gone into this new dimension with loads of books, loads of songs, loads of art, loads of voices. It's all you anyway, bro. I told you from the jump, I'm speaking to my own self and you're hearing your own thoughts, bro. It can't be argued with. It's facts. So you've taken all that stuff with you and you've gone, okay, cool, and you've created this new reality, and the truth is everywhere, plastered everywhere. Yeah, from like street theater to a random fucking sign on a bus, from a random song that starts playing that, coincidentally, the words that are being said are exactly what you need to do. And, you might catch a glimpse of somebody wearing a Tupac t-shirt that says only God can judge me. Like, simple examples, but it goes on endlessly. Yeah. All these things that are telling you the truth about your true nature. Yeah, true nature. But people, because they're so deep in the sleep, it's not a sleep. It's like you don't remember. You've crossed into another dimension. You're not in the same world you came from. Okay, so it's like, and with the new world being so alluring and so mesmerizing, we have the disposition to fall into it, yeah? And we forget our mission, we forget who we are. And that's why if you look all through our history, all the voices that keep telling you, hey, listen, bro, it is you're God, your consciousness itself, from the east to the west, south to the north, the voices exist everywhere, right? It's like every microcosm has the same components, bro. So when these things keep happening and you keep seeing these signs and synchronicities, bro, what else can create them? What else? What else could create street theater? Do you know that the odds of you actually witnessing street theater or randomly turning on the radio or Netflix or something, and it's like bang on something that's actually happening in your life, and it tells the story, so like a narrator, whatever. Yeah, people that know, they know. Or you see something that, you think something, and all these things, or things in your suggested feed and stuff like that. Bro, I keep telling you, the algorithm is part of you. Yeah, there's no algorithm outside of you. Don't be a dummy. Okay, so with all these things, you start to realize that, oh, actually, what is actually happening here? People need to stop and pause and think for a second. Actually, what's happening here? The odds of street theater happening, the odds of these things happening are mathematically impossible. Impossible, bro. So that's the alarms, yeah? You've set the alarms yourself. So all these voices, all these things are coming to you as and when you're going through these sorts of things and you're learning these things, and this information is coming to you. The information is not coming from anywhere. You're feeding yourself. You're only coming to realization. That's all that's happening, okay? You reflect. It's you. The whole world is reflecting you, okay? So that's that one. That's the alarms. Point number 2. I'm going to tag this. Okay, 6 minutes. Point number 2. You need to recognize that it is your duty to create. It is your duty to create. Okay? No matter what happens, you're going to create anyway. Okay? You're going to create no matter what. That's just the way, that's what you are. You're a creative energy. You are creative force. Yeah, that's what you are. So no matter what happens, you're going to create anyway. When you sleep, you're creating. You create dreams and experiences and all these things. You're constantly dreaming. Yeah? And dreaming, creating. It's your duty. Now, when you came here with a pre-programmed set of rules in your being which make up your configuration, yeah? You're something very specific. You're an emergent point. So when I take a pen and I take a medium, paper, glass, canvas, whatever, and I'm making a point and I'm going to start designing something, right? There is that emergent point is very specific. Maybe I used chalk, maybe I used ink, maybe I used pencil, maybe I used paint, whatever it is, right? All those things are different configurations, right? And it aligns directly with my mind and what I'm trying to bring outside of my internal emergent point. Are you following? So your specific configuration is motherfucking important, bro. So if you're living life, yeah, and not being authentic, and you're creating the life of the character, insert your fucking name, yeah, whatever Peter is, or whatever John is, or whatever Michael is, and you're creating that reality and experiencing that day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And you think you're doing something, you're not doing anything, because naturally you will ignore the red flags anyway, because you believe that you know more, you believe that you are creating, and you believe that you whatever the fuck. Eventually you're gonna live a life which is full of regrets, and you're gonna have a car crash moment. Not a car crash as in a physical car crash, but your reality will literally crumble around you, because that's not what you're supposed to create. I promise you. Imagine you're supposed to be a philosopher. Yeah? Or a dancer, or a painter, an artist. And you decide to become a receptionist because you have to pay your bills, you have to live your life, blah, 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 blah. Or you decide to be a drug dealer, whatever the fuck is, whatever you like. Even if you end up running that company, or even if you end up being the biggest drug dealer in the whole wide world, millions of dollars, one day, one random Tuesday, yeah, your whole world is going to come crashing down because you've built a castle on sand. That's not what you came here to create, bro. You didn't come here to create a character's reality. You came here to create your reality. Okay, let's go back to the original point. When you make the point, and I'm about to connect with my internal emergent point and create something, there's a direct link. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm specifically ink, there's a reason why you're specifically paint, there's a reason why he's specifically chalk, there's a reason why he's a whatever, because based on our specific configurations, maybe you're supposed to be designed into a music note, maybe you're supposed to be designed into a mathematical formula, maybe you're supposed to, do you see what I'm saying? Like, even from my micro expression, right, when I take that means of communicating my creative energy, yeah, i.e. bring in what's in the emergent point into fruition, once I make that connection, it's not down to the canvas, it's not down to the config, it's down to the expression itself, okay? So when you're here, it's your duty to create. When you're not being yourself, when you're hiding a part of yourself, yeah, or because you're afraid what people are going to think, and you're supposed to be a writer, you're supposed to be a this, what you're supposed to fucking do, you've got things to say, you're not saying them. You can educate, but you're not educating. You can teach, but you're not teaching. You can lead, but you're not leading. You can heal, but you're not healing. Right? You can shed light, but you're not shedding light. You can build, but you're not building. You can guide, but you're not guiding. The point is, it's your duty to do that, right? That's what you came here for. You went through the Stargate. You went into another dimension in order to create a reality, which is authentically you. That is the whole point of being here. When I take a pen and I make an emergent point, I have brought my emergent point into another dimension. Now, let's say that emergent point could talk, and it goes, actually, no. You're not writing music notes. I don't feel like being a music note today because I'm actually not a music note. I identify. Sorry, I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Stop. Focus. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So it's not up to you, the physical. You can't restrain that energy. It's ignorant, it's infantile, and it's stupid. Okay? It's ignorant, it's infantile, and it's stupid. You're trying to hold back a dam with your puny hands. You're going to fail every single time. And when you actually get pulled back through the Stargate and you reconnect with your full energy, you realize how infantile, ignorant, and stupid you were when you had the opportunity to go into another dimension and create yourself, bring yourself into being, and you went there and you fell into the world of illusion. You fell into an illusion. Yeah? The illusion is part of you because you have to be part illusion to be able to go through the Stargate. Yeah? And you went and fell and believed in the illusion, and you destroyed your own experience, and you deprived the whole energy of the experience. Because had you gone through that Stargate and expressed as what you're supposed to express, guess who wins? So you've gone through the Stargate. You're supposed to lead, you're supposed to teach, you're supposed to guide, you're supposed to heal, you're supposed to do this, all the archetypes, you're supposed to trailblaze, whatever, you're supposed to protect, you're supposed to, because it's in your configuration, it's written in your code. What are you arguing about? But instead of doing that, you hid your shadow. You hid part of yourself. You hid it from your own self because there's nobody there in that dimension with you. It just appears that they are here, but they are not. They are all in their individual worlds. That's why we're all born under different stars. And then you've come and you're creating some stupid shit. And you rationalize it to yourself that that's what you're supposed to do. It's insane. It's insane, bro. It's insane. All because of fear. Which is what I explained to you. It exists in the kind of like in consciousness is kind of, it's like almost like a shared space. You know, every emergent point that fucked up. You know, all that energy is somewhere, and you're drawing from that. You think, oh, but what if I fail? Maybe that's not going to work. I need to make sure. The minute you lock into that frequency, you are telling God that you have no faith in God, period. And if you have no faith in God, it's like, bro, look around you. Look at your situation. You've literally come through a stargate into another dimension. You're there arguing that you know better than what? And even then, consciousness is still merciful. It's still connected to you, and it's still telling you, bro, don't do that. No, this way. And you're like, no. I know better. I know better. It's insane, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Create what you're supposed to create. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Your life and death will be a waste. You see, instead of worrying about what people think about and all that other stupid wanky shit that most fucking assholes think about, tell yourself this every day. If I die today, will my life and death have been a waste? If the answer is yes, because most people are not honest with themselves, but most people, the answer will be yes. And it'll be yes because you haven't actually done what you're supposed to do. You've not given what you're supposed to give. You've not extended, you've not evolved, you've not advanced in any way, shape, or form. Right? Don't let your life be a waste, bro. Bro, like, one day we'll talk about personal stuff and you see some stuff, man. When you have that creative urge, right? So many things I want to come out, And you realize, even before you reach the state of kind of like awareness, all throughout your life it was there from childhood, even when being a kid. You know, that's why if you have a group of kids, you will see the archetypes right there. There's a kid that wants to do, and as you grow up, you might want to do this, there's always this thing that you feel like you're drawn to, you're pulled to, right? Do you know what that is? That's that stream of consciousness from outside of this dimension nudging you to what you're supposed to do. And it doesn't matter what the 3D material world does, because that's just you. That's you with your limitations and your fucking beliefs and all that kind of stupidness imposed around yourself. But in reality, you should let consciousness just flow through you so it can express what it's supposed to express. We're part of a symphony, bro. Don't let your life be a waste, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, you think you have time. You know, you think Like yesterday, I actually had a flashback of PTSD. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. Whatever. Don't let your life be a waste. Empty yourself out here, bro. Put everything out. Just leave it here, because you leaving it here is you've left your creative force here. That means you have created a reality here based on your true authentic nature. That's literally raw power. Raw power. Nobody can touch it. It's unfuckwithable, because what you've just done right there, that's literally pure consciousness, pure God, pure life. Yeah, light and sound. Yeah, crystallized in form, and you've just put it out there. You've done that. You've done that. You've allowed consciousness to stream through you, because guess what, my nigga? You as a physical form you're not relevant. Nobody gives a shit, bro. Like, what is stupid? Bro, it doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. We all shit. Yeah, we all piss. We all sweat. Yeah, everybody farts. Okay. Everybody has bad breath in the morning. We are humans. We all have crusty eyes when we wake up. Yeah. Sometimes your butt itches. Yeah. Sometimes you need to scratch your armpits. It doesn't matter if you're a supermodel. Doesn't matter. They're human beings just like you, bro. So the human aspect is dog crap. Don't look at images and appearances. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Don't limit yourself based on that. There is nowhere on this in this place that you can't reach. No pinnacle you can't get to. I'm telling you, bro. What makes you think you can't get to it? Stories. Don't let your life be a waste. Don't let your life be a waste, bro. Next thing. Fear. Fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. And fear kind of works like, you know how I told you that you are a mirror and you're just kind of looking at yourself? So the black hole and the emergent point in your eye are looking at themselves through the physical, yeah? The emergent point in your mind, yeah, is looking at the black hole in physicality. They're one and the same. Now, fear I already told you, it's all the kind of like held energy. Yeah. Every time we fucked up, all that kind of stuff is there. So it reveals like part of ourselves to ourselves. Oh, you fucked up last time? Oh, do you remember last time you didn't do it? Nah, bro, don't do it. You're gonna fuck up. But why are you in my body? Why are you, think about this. Here's where you're gonna see your ego. Why are you in my body trying to prevent me from doing something that, if successful, benefits us both? That means you're not on my team. Apply this to your relationships too. And your friendships, bro. Because everybody is on your own path, bro. I might want to go left. You might think that it's not best for me to go left. But bro, I'm the only person in the world that can go left here and make it happen, bro. So why stop me? And if I'm able to pull it off, which I will, it benefits me and all the people around me. The reflections, right? So why stop me? We're not going to make it out alive anyway. Go for it. The fuck you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? We've come this far. We've scaled mountains, bro. We've scaled mountains. We've shed layers and 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 layers of bullshit to get to this point. What the fuck are you waiting for? You have wings. Use them. Next thing. You need to be a conscious creator. You need to be aware of your reality. You need to stay present. Yeah. Most of you talk about the present moment and presence and meditation and yoga and crap. But most of you actually aren't present. Bro, how many deep breaths have you had this week? Shut the fuck up. Don't try to lie to me, bro. How many have you had today? How many deep breaths have you had? Full deep breaths in presence. How many today? What about yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? Do you know why you're not breathing? You're not breathing because you're living in your mind. One more time. Do you know why you're not breathing? You are not breathing because you're living in your mind. You're not locked in where you're supposed to be. On top of that, most of you, if I was to tie a blindfold around you in your own house, your own route to work, your daily walk or whatever, and say, or tell you, or ask you to describe it to me perfectly, yeah? Most of you will fuck it all up. You think you know your surroundings, you think you know your world, but you don't, because most of the time you're on autopilot, you're drifting, because your mind is somewhere else, and you're thinking about that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing. The thinking thing is animalistic. I don't give a fuck where you think you are. I don't give a fuck where you think you are. You can think what the fuck you want. I'm just telling you the truth, that to remain in presence, you don't think. You're not thinking about nothing. You are experiencing life and you're creating life. Literally. Do you know how many signs and synchronicities and wonders and things you miss because you're not there? Do you know how many messages you're missing from your own higher self because you're not there? You waste hours putting layers and situations. Someone says something and you're like, but why didn't it? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the intent was. It does not matter. Everybody's a messenger. They're trying to show you something. So somebody said something that, okay, it was a bit, maybe you need to realize that you need to pull yourself away from there. That is the red flag. Because you're creating a friendship that you're not supposed to be creating. Get the fuck out of there. That's your red flag. Create another reality. Remain present, bro. Lock in. You're not of this place. Don't act like a human. You need to know your surroundings in and out. In and out. I'm not asking you to go and develop a photographic memory, but even if you can't take notices of your surroundings, how the fuck do you expect yourself to lucid dream? How? How do you expect to be able to traverse realms and, be able to, when you actually leave the physical, how do you expect to be able to traverse and to be able to anchor yourself with good reference points, because you know what's what because you actually are present all the time. So you can remain present in the dream. Most of you dream and you still get scared and you're running the right way and stuff like that, you know. Do you know why that's happening? Because you're still in the physical. No spiritual person should have scary dreams, ever. And no spiritual person should get scared in real life, ever. As for me, this is my purpose. Me, I'm just doing my thing, bro. Do your own. Or don't do it and sit there. So in summary, it is the duty of the emergent point to create authentically in alignment with its configuration, its specific configuration. It's its duty. If you waste that duty and use it to create stupid shit, that's on you. You'll pay for it. You are connected to the fullness of God life consciousness outside of this dimension. You're fully connected to it. And it communicates with you all the time. You just don't listen to it because you are distracted. 3, you came through a portal to experience a new dimension. That new dimension is a dimension where only the physical can exist. The physical is an illusion, so therefore we've gone into an illusion. Yeah? And we were programmed and told so many things, so many truths, which would help us recognize ourselves. We came here and we created it all out, and it's there. You see it in street poetry, in music and art, in speech, philosophy. The list is endless, in books, the stars, the mechanics of the world, etc., etc., etc. You choose to ignore all of this and believe that you're just a happy accident. It's the height of foolishness. Recognize who you are. Fear is only a mirror. Okay? It just reveals something that's, because nothing outside of you is stronger than what's inside of you, bro. So when you identify with that thing and then the ego starts to do the self-preservation thing and tries to lie to you and you go with it, you have literally made a bad decision for yourself, thereby shirking your duties, as a creator, which is irresponsible, and you will pay for it. Anyway, man, let me get up, man.